All right, and we had absolutely gorgeous weather all week and over the weekend. Really, really good time to get out, do some yard work, go out and exercise, have some fun on the island. But Landon, this morning, right around 4 o'clock, it seems the sky kind of opened up. I'm going to quote what we used to say in the 90s. What's up with that?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's up with this. I just smashed my stapler and there's staples everywhere.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just one of those mornings. Yeah, this is one of those mornings, and I'm going to flip my camera around real quick, show you what we're looking at on the radar. Yeah, these showers will come and go. They'll dump you. They'll get a heavy shower, soak everything, and move right on offshore. This has been the scene since really yesterday evening. It's not so much broad weather disturbance. It's just a mix of widely scattered trade wind showers. And so these cores, when they pass overhead, they can dump upwards of about a quarter of an inch of rain in about 15 or 20, 30 minutes, and then move right on offshore. And then you have sunny skies again. And so we're going to be seeing this at least through the morning hours, and then gradually drying up today. Otherwise, this is pretty much a fair weather pattern. And I'm going to flip you up to the satellite. Just showing those showers. This is just low-level moisture. It's not reaching very high in the atmosphere. You can tell by the absence of those reds and blue colors from the infrared satellite. The deeper stuff is farther to our south, where you have the thunderstorms across Micronesia. This is just low-level moisture that dump a brief heavy downpour and move right on off. So when you see this and you're driving, just slow your speeds just a little bit, because it can be some ponding of water on the roads, especially on the outer lanes. Otherwise, much drier condition to our east. So it's going to be a great weather pattern for the week ahead. Dry season will have it'll feel like dry season at least for the next 4 or 5 days, but we could see a little trade wind disturbance coming on Friday with some showers, and then a more formidable disturbance toward the weekend that we'll be watching for early next week. So Jason, go ahead and cue up the slides, and we'll take a look for the week ahead. Drier weather again to start out the week is our main headline, with a risk of rip currents moderate along north and east-facing reefs. The fire danger is low. We've been a little bit drier this month following the record-breaking wet month of October for Guam, but that's pretty much normal. For Micronesia, severe drought continues at Kapinga Merengue. That's going to be ongoing for quite a while as we go into the dry season through December and then into January. The next slide showing the current conditions, 80 degrees and climbing across Guam and Saipan. The winds are light out of the east. They'll be bumping up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And as we go through the week, those trade winds will be kicking up just a little bit, with the lower pressure to the south in the tropics and a ridge building to our north in the North Pacific.
Yeah, it was not at all windy this weekend, Landon. Kind of hot, but kind of a dry heat.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I was out at the beach yesterday, and it's a scorcher. If you're out there between roughly 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you will get scorched out there with these sunny skies. But it's beautiful weather. So if you have outside chores to do, if you have to put up your Christmas decorations, this would be a great week to do it. Just wear your sunscreen, or do it later in the afternoon where it's not quite as sunny out there. I know my neighbors, they're putting up a lot of decorations and lights. Shots fired. So we're going to have to address
and not
that
to be outdone, you've already got your Easter
weeks.
stuff up, I'm sure.
I'll be starting next week. But yeah, shots fired in the Dedado neighborhood where I live. The neighbors, I'm going to have to show them who's boss. And one of these days when I get a chance, I will be putting up lights and show them who's king of Christmas. We'll see. Anyway, Guam rainfall. Just a nickel of an inch of rain yesterday, 0.05 for parts of the islands. We had 0.04 here at the office. We're down just a little bit for the month total, but we're still holding steady with the yearly rainfall just below average by about 1/3 of an inch. Not that bad. The drought situation, of course, not much change since last week, with abnormally dry conditions starting to filter into the southernmost islands across Micronesia, and that's indicative of the coming La Nina and also the oncoming dry season. Kapinga Merengue, that is the hotspot with severe drought conditions materializing there, and that's going to continue again for probably the long term, the next several months. The next slide showing the full picture of the JTWC. Not much going on. I was looking through some of the tropical weather that we had in the last month. We only had 3 typhoons in the Western Pacific last month, which is pretty slow.
You won't hear me complain.
Yeah, that's good news for a lot of people. And so That doesn't mean us let your guard down. We're still in early November. We still have a good month and a half. Pangsona that was occurred on Guam in December. So keep that in mind. Some of our bigger storms took place later in November and also December. So don't let your guard down. But accept the good news. This is great news right now as we start the battle between wet season and dry season. And the dry season will eventually make its approach to the region. So the next slide showing the winds over the seas. Those moderate trade winds extend all the way from the Mariana Islands eastward to the Marshall Islands. And you start seeing those greens and yellows near the dateline. Those are the much stronger trade winds. They'll be making their way westward towards our area by the end of the week. We'll be seeing winds gradually increase. And likewise, on the next slide, the seas and surf will also build along the east side. So right now we're looking at combined seas of 3 to 5 feet out of the open waters. Those sea conditions will be building as we go toward the end of the week with the winds gradually increasing. And finally, the last slide, mostly sunny conditions today, isolated showers, a good mix of sunlight with periods of little light showers that'll soak things and then move right on off. The seas will be building as we go through midweek with partly cloudy, isolated showers continuing through midweek. But then we could see that slight trade winds disturbance come through on Friday, dropping a few showers. And then again, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, we could be watching for a wetter period with that tropical disturbance moving through. We'll be watching that, see what evolves with that. But right now, enjoy the week. This is a great time to be outside and do some yard work.
Absolutely. I did some of that this weekend too.
Yeah, I need to get back to my yard. The swordgrass is still doing laps around me.
Okay, so when you said shots fired to your neighbors over in Dededo for who's got the best Christmas display, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but we had the mayors on, and one of them was your mayor, Melissa Savaras from Dededo, and she's saying that there's actually a big challenge to see which village mayor's offices can put the best display. So we're going to come out and we're going to shoot your place too, because I know you always go, to say that your family goes all out with Christmas displays is a massive understatement. You guys are like next level Banoonies when it comes to like Christmas display.
Yeah, I got a little start in my office. I got a long ways to go.
Nice.
But once I get some time, I can deal with the situation in my house. We'll have a lot of stuff. We'll have lights. I'll have my brother and some friends over, and we'll start stringing stuff up. But it might be, usually I like to get started in September, but this year's probably going to be Thanksgiving week. We'll see.
Hey, the holidays are the holidays, man. It's all good.
That's exactly it.
All right.
Time for friends and family.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
Good weather. We appreciate it. See you next week.
All right, we're going to take a break and hop aboard. Bring your passport. We're going to the CNMI next, right here on the link.